What's up, friends? I am Miranda, and I am outside one of the most innovative companies in the outdoor industry, and I'm going to take you inside.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! Boom. Hubba, hubba. Oh God. Stop touching it. Sorry. That's so cool. Wow, I love it. Yay. This is my show, gosh darn. I'm outside the headquarters of Cascade Designs, which is a company that owns some of the biggest and most well-known brands in the outdoor industry, including MSR and Therm-A-Rest. I am here to do a tour of Cascade Designs headquarters, which is where they design, manufacture, test, probably do other stuff here, also repair. Mother Mary full of grace. I don't know, they have a coffee machine. I had coffee this morning, so as soon as sorry, where should we go from?
Wow, I'm lost. This is like Mad Libs or something.
When Cascade Designs invited me to come tour their facility, I knew that I had to invite two of my biggest gear nerd friends and coworkers, Jason and Hauser. You guys excited?
Yes.
Oh yes.
So stoked.
Let's go tour some stuff. We're role reversing. Look at me go.
Okay.
I'm going to start your recording.
Okay, recording. Okay, so this is Therm-A-Rest Manufacturing, take one. Okay, so this is Brandon.
Hello.
Brandon is the product manager. You want to show us around?
I do. I'd love to start with the beginning of a mattress.
Okay, come on, Miranda, let's do this.
Let's go.
Oh God, I can't run.
Let me take that. Let me take that from you.
Okay.
The start of a Therm-A-Rest mattress starts with the foam. There's big foam blocks over there. If you want to look at them, they weigh about 200 pounds.
Wow.
6 foot by 10 foot.
Wow.
We cut those down into slices, and then this, as you can see it right now,
Yeah.
is cutting the perimeter of a mattress.
Oh my freaking God, that's so
Pretty
cool.
rad. Do you want to just go to the big blocks and
Yeah,
kind
let's
of
go
work
to the
our way
big
through?
blocks and we'll
Okay,
work our way
cool.
through. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm excited.
Okay, so big foam blocks
Yes.
come to the building.
Oh wow, you weren't kidding when you said large.
Can we touch one?
Yeah, tough one.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. How many mattresses do one of these buns make?
Our Trail Scout, which is 1 inch thick, can make about 180, 200 mattresses out of this.
Oh wow.
Our Mondo King XL, about less than 40.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
Because it's a Mondo King.
It's 4 inches thick.
Yeah.
and
Dang.
it's very big and wide.
So big block, foam bun.
Yep,
What's
right.
next?
Right here, it's getting cut down to thickness for whatever thickness the mattress
Oh yeah, look. Oh my gosh, it's like a roller coaster. It's like a little ramp. It goes like. Layers have been cut. What is next?
is. Now the layers are raised up to the CNC machine, and the CNC machine will cut the perimeter of the Trail Scout.
Ooh, it's
Right.
happening right now.
It's basically a massive bandsaw that goes back and forth with our computer program and is cutting out Trail Scouts.
Okay, so now we've cut out all the foam. The
Yeah.
perimeter's been cut. Now we go to the pressinator.
Pressinator.
Super pressinator machine?
Super pressinator sandwich
What's the
press.
next step?
We call it the Pressinator.
Wow,
Okay.
you just guessed that. You just, man.
I googled
So,
it
yeah.
actually. I wanted to.
I
It's
got
my
it,
interview
got
for working here.
There's pads right there. That's cool.
We have our fabric cutter, and then the sandwich build is happening right here.
Oh. So we have the fabric here. This is being cut to
Yep.
the correct length, right?
Yep.
And then those sheets of fabric are being placed on the foam, and then the sandwich of like fabric, foam, fabric is then being put into the press and sealed.
You got it.
And now we have an area here where you can see that the valve is being attached, the foam is being trimmed, and then from there it goes into the holding area where it's gonna sit for 48 hours filled at 2 PSI. Once it passes the inflation test, it goes on to packaging, and then it's gonna hit the shelves.
We buy it. We sleep on it.
That's right. And then you send it in for repairs. One big circle of life. The next place that we're headed to is super top secret, and it has a bunch of proprietary machinery and testing that we can't show on camera. We're headed to the super secret area of Therm-A-Rest, so the video all of a sudden cuts out. We just see like color bars, we interrupt this.
Welcome to Cascade Designs Repairs.
So this is to like find a hole, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I found a hole. Oh, there's a hole right there.
Here, let me do it the fancy way.
The fancy way.
What?
So there's that hole.
When you're fixing the pad, you want to let all the air out. So this is the Guardian UV glue.
So the glue is the patch.
Yes, the glue is the patch.
Incredible.
The
Mind
glue
blown.
has
I did
always
not.
been the patch.
It's always been the patch.
always
This
the
whole
glue
time.
The patch.
Yeah.
This whole
The glue is
time.
coming from inside the patch.
Done.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Gear Aid.
cool.
Where can you get Gear Aid? This has become an advertisement for Gear Aid.
Forget Cascade Designs. Just kidding.
I get my Gear Aid from Cascade Designs.
About how many sleeping pads do you repair every day here?
Every day, on a busy day during the summertime, we dunk at least like 50 to 100.
Wow,
A
a
day.
day.
A day.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, wow. Thank you for letting us come in and do just one really quick one.
Yeah.
Like get an appreciation for how
You're
how
about
exhausted it probably
15
gets.
pads behind right now.
Right? No joke.
Sorry. Ooh, it's nice in here.
I like the smell.
The machine is like a hot plate and a cold plate, and those are kept at specified values, and it measures basically the amount of power it takes to keep those at those temperatures. So you can see like we have weights on here, and that helps us keep like exactly at the pressure that we want. You guys can even like feel the hot plate and the cold plate if you want to get an idea of that.
The hot plate is simulating a person, right? And the
Yes.
cold plate is simulating the ground.
The ground.
And you're measuring how fast that heat goes.
Yes, well we're measuring basically the amount of power it takes to keep those temperatures.
Ah, cool.
Gotcha.
Like resisting the cold and
Exactly.
like keeping
Yeah.
it warm.
Yeah. Keep your hands clear. So
Okay.
I'm gonna raise it.
Hands up.
Alright, so now we're raised. I'm gonna take this pad out of here. So you guys can go ahead and feel it. It's not gonna burn you or anything. This bottom plate is
Is it
at
chilly?
It
5.
is cold.
Oh wow, it is cold.
Wow, that's like
It's a mountain
refrigerator.
rock.
Mountain rock.
We're
Yeah.
sleeping on a mountain rock, and then
That's
the
right.
top.
And then you were
Oh my gosh, that's my back.
oh wow. You were like
Wow, that is-
just gently warmed.
What are the? Wow, that is a big differential there.
This is
This
so
is really
cool.
incredible.
Wow.
Science.
So now that we've wrapped up checking out the factory here at Therm-A-Rest, we are headed on to another one of Cascade Designs' brands, MSR. And here in Seattle, they actually design and test their stoves.
What I'm really excited about to see today is the wind burner, which uses the reactor technology, which is like another amazing innovation in MSR. It sounds like I work for MSR. I swear I do not work for them. I'm just a fanboy.
I was just like a K-pop fan about to meet BTS.
Pretty freaking cool.
Here in Seattle, we make all the Whisper Light stoves. We make the Dragonfly stove, we make the XGK, we make the wind burner, and we make the reactor.
We're starting at the beginning of stoves right
Yes.
here, right? So this is the materials.
This is raw materials.
Raw
you look right
materials.
here, when you talk about raw materials, we talk about raw materials.
Oh, you're literally
Like,
talking about raw
literally
materials.
raw materials, like bringing in sheet stock of aluminum to make windscreens. Brass, stainless steel, bring in tube, they get inserted to each other. You can see that we bend one bend on these hand jigs. Everything literally on these stoves is handcrafted.
Whoa.
After you made one bend, they're gonna take another bend and you're starting to shape these things into the components that go into the stove. So now you've got that brass tube around the stainless steel.
My mind
It's
is
bent,
blown right
it's
now.
connected
How
like
handmade
this.
These are.
Wait,
Literally handcrafting these things from the raw materials.
Wow. So what's happening here is essentially the flame is heating up the fuel, which is then turning it into a gas.
Exactly.
it's like liquid goes in here, right? Liquid on this side, and
Yep.
then this turns into gas, and the vapor comes out there.
Such an elegant design.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, cool. So essentially what you get with this like little piece that's manufactured here, is that you have a company that's bringing in really high quality raw materials, churning out all of the pieces that they need here in-house, which means less material waste
Yep.
and better oversight into how something is constructed
All under one roof.
all under one roof. That's
And
really cool.
That's why you can have a stove that outlasts you.
Totally. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna put it on a necklace.
See how we're now take these parts, we braze
Braze on,
that
yeah.
part on there. You can see that he's working on it right there.
Brazing station.
Yep, exactly.
Wow,
Dang.
this really shows the pride of craftsmanship.
Yeah.
You know, and you know,
Totally.
it's literally all being made here by hand. A hand brazing process.
What is brazing?
Brazing is like kind of like soldering, but a little higher heat. So it's somewhere between welding and soldering.
Got
You're
it.
heating up the two metals and then you're gluing them together basically. So it's like a light welding.
Awesome.
So we
Nice.
just saw the generator loops being made over there at that station.
Yep.
Those get put in a bucket, moved over here, and we're brazing the generator loop with our burner cup.
Burner cup.
Here we're actually manufacturing and cutting those small pieces from the raw bar stock.
So this little thing is being made in this CNC machine right now.
So cool.
You can see this is literally starting with a giant piece of brass and starting to mill out pieces. This thing's heavy.
Look how beautiful that is.
Whoa!
When you finish, it cuts them into these.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that rad?
Jason, do you want to hold this?
Can you hold it, Jason?
That's nice.
What we've done here is we're burn testing every single one of the stoves. We're lighting them just like you would if you were backpacking. You put some primer into the fuel cup. That creates the heat, which starts heating up that loop that goes up through where the burner is. That's called the generator loop.
And that's the loop that we saw being manufactured.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so as that gets heated, what happens is that the liquid fuel that would be going through that gets to the point where it becomes vapor now,
Right.
and then that's what you get out of a stove that's burning. So what you'll see is this starts burning down, everything's warm, and then they'll turn up the fuel and they'll start burning bright blue, just like a good backpacking stove would.
So what's happening here is that these fuel lines are being used with old fuel cups to actually like test the whole system. And then once it's been proved that they're good to go, the fuel cups will be changed out for some new components, and then that whole stove will be put on the floor and sold and ready for you to buy. You said this is probably your favorite stove right now, the wind burner?
This is my favorite kind of all-around go-to stove.
This is actually a stove that uses all three different types of heating. So that is the radiant heating, conductive heating, and convective heating. So all of that combined in a stove, including the fact that it is windproof, allows you to have a really like high output and high efficiency in boiling your water.
You want to watch it get tested?
Yeah. Oh, there's beakers, huh? So we are here in MSR's water lab, which is where they test the efficacy of their water filters and the highly innovative MSR Guardian, which is a filter and a purifier, meaning it pulls out bacteria, protozoa, and viruses from water. So here in this lab, we've done a quick tour and we have seen the cabinet where they store their growth medium. Is this pee? We've seen the cultures of bacteria and viruses that are stored in the refrigerator here, and then also the biosafety cabinet.
This is where we can just have a sterile environment to plate bacteria or do microbiological experiments in here.
And then here at this station, which is probably my favorite part, is where actual water full of bacteria and viruses is filtered and then tested. So this is the MSR Guardian that you have in your hands. How does the filtration process actually happen? Like what is happening inside this when you're filtering water?
You can see the fibers right here. Water gets pushed through the fiber and you can see all the tiny little fibers potted right here. The water is going through the side of the microscopic holes in the side of the fiber and then basically going through and coming out the inside of that tiny little straw.
So this is the MSR Guardian that I have here. The way that this is basically working is that as I'm pumping, I'm pulling in dirty water into this like whole membrane system here. And that water is being pushed through these little tubes, and the clean water is being pushed out of the tubes through a hole size that's small enough to filter out bacteria, protozoa, and viruses. At the same time that this clean water is coming out of the bottom here, a portion of the water is actually being fed back through the filtration system, which is called backwashing, and then that water that's being used to backwash the filter is going back into my water source. So basically two things happening at once. Clean water being filtered, filter being backwashed or cleaned. So freaking cool. This is some smart shit, y'all. Y'all are smart people. Bye, y'all. Thank you. Have a good day. That's it.
Awesome job.
Thanks.
What a cool tour.
This was really awesome. If you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the Miranda in the Wild channel and the REI channel, and I will see you all in the wild. Bye.
Bye.
This here is Leonard. We have Susan. We have Petra. We have Eduardo. We have Hans. And then there's Thor, Zenon, and Pauline.
I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm naming the bacteria.